Hey guys, this is day 154 of Startup. So, yesterday I came across a LinkedIn post which talks about an smarter way to build a company, to build a startup. So, I will post the link in the description, but I will also now show on my screen what the post says in summary. So, this is that post. This is by a guy named Santosh Saran. Seems to be himself an entrepreneur, and from the comments I can read that he built recently a business with more than $20 million in revenue. And you can see this post got a lot of reactions. Around 1,200 people liked this, reacted on this post. A lot of people commented. So what he says in this post is that as an older entrepreneur, he has learned that the Silicon Valley style of startup, where someone tries to create a completely novel kind of a business that never existed before, is extremely risky. And as he has grown older as an entrepreneur, he has realized that a much better, much far less riskier way is to not run after that venture funding. Don't try to make it $1 billion business, which is required for venture funding, and just make it a bootstrap business by copying an expensive product. And he shares some insights into how to find such products and such markets, and then build a much cheaper version of it, and then try to sell the same customers to which this more expensive product is selling. And he acknowledges that this will not become like $1 billion company, but that is not the goal as an older entrepreneur, or as an entrepreneur who is looking for some kind of assured return. Because I'm an older guy, and for me now, billions and billions is not my motivation. My motivation is if I am having a comfortable living and decent money, so I will value that. So he says that by doing this you can get an assured, or more likely to get a $1 to $2 million, or like $2 to $4 maybe $1 million of personal wealth in 3 to 5 whatever years of it's required to build this company. And you can actually, to get that money, to get that exit, you can sell your company to the same older other competitors whom you're copying, and you can have that exit in that way. And he says that he has seen this work again and again for so many people. And if he were to start now as an older entrepreneur, he will follow this strategy. So as you could see from the screen grab, a lot of people commented on it, a lot of people praised him on his mature thinking, and some people also disagreed with him. And as for myself, I'm also an older entrepreneur, and I've seen a lot of people go through startups before in India, and here also in Canada. I have met some entrepreneurs, and based on whatever I have learned in my own life, I 100% agree with what he's saying. He's right about lower risk, more assured returns, and a smarter, more matured strategy as an entrepreneur. But I am still myself unwilling to follow it. And here's my whole analysis of it. First of all, in support of what he's saying, I have seen the entire startup ecosystem of India actually built on the strategy of copying something that was already working in America or China. Now, I'm from India, I do not like to shit about it, but truth is truth, right? And so the biggest companies that I have seen in biggest startups in India are Flipkart, which was a copy of Amazon, exact copy. Like Amazon started with books, Flipkart also started with books, and then Amazon moved on to other steps. Similarly, Flipkart moved on to other steps, and whatever Amazon did, Flipkart started to copy. Then there was another biggest startup from India is Ola Cabs, which is a copy of Uber. Same story again. And these companies became multi-billion-dollar in India, and these were the biggest companies in India. And Indian investors do not say it on the face usually, if you do not already know this, but they are always looking for that particular clue. So smart entrepreneurs put that somewhere in their slides or in their story, that how what they're doing is already working in India or America, and only then it gets funded by Indian venture capitalists. So yeah, Indian venture capitalists do not say it if you do not have it in your slide. They will ask maybe who are the competitors in other countries, but if they do not see any competitors in US or China, then they will not invest in you. And interestingly, I whatever I heard from other people and whatever I have seen here in Canada, it's the same story. The Canadian investors are also all about copying some, or they again did not say it like that, but I know that they're about copying something for the, or adapting some product for the US market and capture the Canadian market and then try to sell it to the American company. And recently I have been part of one incubator here, or a residency program here in Canada, that most of my viewers are aware of. So again, they did not say that explicitly, but I saw that multiple occasions where I got that clue that that's what they look for. And if they're really pushing someone to achieve some kind of like first customer goals and interaction within 1 or 1.5 months, so less time, that the only thing you can achieve in that time is what this strategy proposes, which is like you already know what to build, you already know who is a customer, then only you can build something and sell, get some first initial paying customers in 1 to 3 months. That's the only way it's possible. If you're building something new, then it takes a very long time to really conceptualize and solve this whole puzzle of different elements. Who will be the customer, how will you reach them, what will be the pricing, what will be your first message, what will be your second message, how will you close him, what will be the onboarding, how will the onboarding go, how will you stop the churn, what will the features, hundreds of things that just need to be figured out and just not possible within 1 to 3 months. So yeah, Canadian investors, Canadian ecosystem doesn't say that again explicitly, but they are looking for the same thing. So yeah, for the entrepreneurs out there, this is the truth and better to accept it. Now, despite knowing all this and having felt that pressure firsthand of just changing my strategy to adapting to more of this other strategy which is proposed by Shankar here, why do I not change myself? Okay, so number one reason could be that I'm not interested in $1 to $2 million of exit. I'm interested in a huge $1 billion company. I have that kind of ego or desire, but frankly speaking, I really do not. I really want a smaller return with a smaller risk. It's not really about that anymore. So I find myself like I really want to copy this strategy and implement it, but I do not really have a motivation, because I feel my personality is not really about. I think my personality is really about innovating. That's what I feel. Thinking things differently, seeing things differently, and from that different perspective, I believe something interesting can come out. And if I follow this strategy, then it will be all about building something simple and then aggressively selling it. Now, aggressively selling, I love selling, I like selling. I'm like constantly learning how to sell better and improve my persuasion skills, but aggressively selling is again not something that I want to do. I want to continue to learn things, and I don't know, like I believe that someone else can do it so much more better than me if it was just about making a simple product and just focusing everything, all your energy on just selling it now in different ways. And so because of that, I believe that even though it is a better strategy for the kind of financial returns that I may be looking for, but for kind of non-financial returns, the work pleasure, the founder market fit, and the founder idea fit, I do not find that fit with me. And so I think in conclusion, what I'm saying is that it's a better strategy, but the best strategy is that which fits my personality, my strengths, weaknesses, and what I really want to do, 8 hours a day, 7 days a week, and for another 10, 20 years of my life. So that will be the best for me, regardless of if this is a better strategy just from the financial risk reward angle.